Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Crypto, your home for Crypto TA. I am your host Martin, and today we're gonna be looking at crypto. This is gonna be a Saturday crypto and chill stream. So if you're catching this from live, welcome. If you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. I really want to know what you're thinking. Also, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto technicals and TA, make sure you hit the like, the bell, and the sub. Just on Discord, links have gone out, right? I'm gonna be pinned here on top of the chat. Top of the chat! What? Yo, guys, thank you all for being here. Who's in the His Hills? Who's in the His Hills, dude? Steve. Just, how can you slap at the base? But got me down today. Getting close to break even. Jeez. War says the bleeding has officially stopped for me. That means you're making profit, I guess. May something, I'm not sure what that is. A bird of sorts, I guess. A skunk. All right. Good evening, Carthago, Cali Crop Dog, yo, boom boom boom, and Jake's as well, and Rocket. If you notice that the printer's off, it's the first time it's been off throughout the stream since we've been streaming, which again is kind of weird. I just finished printing a major piece, and someone wants to order a piece that I have to design, which I never designed anything before, so it's gonna be an interesting challenge. And that's why the printer's not printing right now, because I gotta do that thing, and if the guy wants it, I have to print his order. So interesting stuff. So let's move on to the main screen where the magical stuff happens, and let's see what's going on there. Yo, Nerdy Market. Crud. What's it doing, man? Do we bounce from long-term train channel or keep going down? Well, yeah, that's the question, right? Here, I would say midterm. We're breaking this triangle, right? We already talked about breaking this triangle and failed to get back in. And I talked about what was going to happen once we didn't get back in here, right? 2 days ago. So we're breaking below 1.75 trillion. We rejected it yesterday. Look at that high point. High. 1.756. What do we have here? 1.757. Oh, 0.001. Still, rejection, right? We know that upon that rejection, we could go farther down. That would lead it to next support will be at 1.55 trillion. And we've been there before. We've been there on, January. So, it would not be weird if we see Bitcoin going there. And crypto in general, right? But, this is Saturday, right? This is Sunday. We know that we tend to kind of close those gaps. Otherwise, when we come into opening for the market, we're going to be moving back up to close whatever gap we left. So, expect potential pump tomorrow to close to come somewhere up here, right? 1.773, and try to close whatever we had. By the way, guys, cheers. Having wine with the wife, so then I came into the stream. And after that, I'm gonna have a brewski. So gonna be having a good time tonight, chilling, talking crypto. Let's go check out Bitcoin. I mean, there's really not a lot going on, right? The bullish divergence that we had here that pumped, it's still there. That just goes there and that goes there, right? It's just hasn't triggered yet fully. But we do have that strong bullish divergence. It is within the same island. It's not from one island to the next, the way we want to trace it. But, I've already talked to you guys about this yesterday, right? I said, look, think about taking profits. Think about preserving wealth. People are in a wealth preservation mode. I was not expecting to see a huge move. And we didn't get a huge move, right? If you look at the move that we got, it was just a 2+% move. It wasn't a huge move, but it's still a moving down, right? Jake says, my mining profitability just doubled. Awesome. 3.55% for the market. I think Bitcoin was down like 2% or so. So let's go look at Bitcoin, right? 2.47. And same stuff. We have this bullish divergence. We did break that support line right here at 38,314. Bullish divergence still present. It's still tracking, and it's still very much alive and kicking. We're sitting sold at 37.38, and with that, the possibility for action to the upside. So bullish divergence is there. Here on this chart, we're breaking that 38,000, but I wouldn't be weirded out, because on this chart, the one we have our main supports, right? We have support at 37,393, which we haven't hit. And if you remember, that's the area that we called for. Below there, we said we could still go farther down. I'm still targeting 30Ks on moves. And we've already discussed some of these moves, right? Particularly this one here. Wait for it to load. This one drops to 29,000s, right? The lowest point here, 29,192, right? This one here. on this channel, larger channel that we're breaking down out of on yesterday's candle. That's what's important that we pump today. Get back up in this channel, and then it'll be a weekend like fake breakout, I guess, of sorts. But upon this breakout, right, that move gets all the way down here to 29,680. So 29K is a very real option for Bitcoin, right? So 30Ks, right? That's why I was talking about wealth preservation. What do I mean by wealth preservation? You can sell right now. You can always buy back in if it drops more. And if it starts to try and rally or do anything, you can always buy back in. Whether or not you're going to have the same position or not, it's just how much more Bitcoin you're going to hold, or how less Bitcoin you're going to hold, or any other asset, right? War says candle broke down towards the end of the trading day. Yeah, I would agree. I would say yes, right? The last 4 hours is what broke it down. And we're going to go check that out right now. Yeah. The last 4 hours are broken, right? But not everything is lost, right? Not everything is lost. Not everything is horrible. Look at this. Very slight, but it's there. We just have to hold on to it, embrace it, and try to rally with it. There is strong bullish divergence from one island to the next. Right? So like I said, Sunday could be looking for a rally. Right? Yeah. Having Friday, yeah. Give me only one starting to feel FOMO. Yeah. 33.79 sold, right? So again, looking for that movement up. Now we're going to have resistance at 38,314. And like I said, guys, I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish, right? We're still about 37,000. That is where I'm looking to probably start selling off some of my portfolio, particularly in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and start to offload some cryptos. Not everything, but just some stuff that I want to preserve wealth in, so I can buy back in at a lower area of value, and that is if we break below those levels. So I think tomorrow and the next week are going to be interesting, right? They're going to set the tune. Breaking that 37,000, man, it really puts that 30K into perspective, right? As a real target. Would I expect they drop to 37.3 and bounce? Well, we could. We do have support there. The only thing is that drop to here, that 33,393, so almost 37,400, let's say, right, to round it off. 37,400, it would get rid of the divergence that we have here, right? So going here would very likely have this go slightly either even and have weak bullish divergence, or go slightly more negative momentum and then have nothing. All right, so we're just gonna be praying that that support holds. So I think right now we're trying to hold to the bullish divergence that we have, and we're gonna try to rally. All right, so all right, let's go here on the 4 hour, sorry, the different chart. Let's go back here. Sold at 33.15. That's it, dudes. Again, really not a lot. We didn't have anything bearish here for the moving down. High to low, positive, positive, high to low. We already talked about this. There's really nothing bearish, right? Sorry, 4 hour. I'm gonna zoom out and auto adjust. I think I might be. Is this a downsloping channel that we're in? Where's my channel? Oh, here we go. Parallel channel. I want to test something out. Would that make sense there? And then have that fake breakout, then have some kind of holding here, support here. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? Short-term downtrend. Now what I'm looking at is this closing, and then this closing, right? The three touch points I'm considering for this quick analysis. And part of that is I just want to see where and how we're holding, and you can see how we're coming down here, finding support. Mid part of the channel, holding here, rejection of that mid part. Here holding at support, right? And here holding at support as well. So this channel kind of makes sense, right? This downsloping channel kind of makes sense. Now, the other way we can adjust this is to go to the wicks. And if we go to the wicks, I just want to see where we're at, right? With regards to everything else. So kind of not the best touch points on this wicks. Right, this one's breaking a little bit more, and then if I include that one, then we're not getting any other touch points. So for now, I think I think I like the channel I initially drew with the bodies. It seems to make a little bit more sense. We get a little bit more respect and touch points and everything else with a fake breakout of a candle that came back in on the next candle and then try to break back out with rejection and resistance. And again, right now trying to hold. So this, I think this is what we're looking at, right? Thank you very much for that awesome follow on the Twitch. Right, so I think this is what we're looking at here, what we could be looking at here on the 4-hour trend, right? And we hadn't drawn this, hadn't really gone into drawing this on the 4-hour, but you know, it is a downtrend. I just spotted right now, and again, partly it's because I'm not zooming out a lot when I'm looking at the 4-hour, but last thing we had was a bullish. Looking for that rally, failed. Below 20 rejection, again, bullish divergence. Hopefully gonna get us rally sold at 32.28, right? 126, negative 128. Right now, if we are to close here, we're negating this divergence. We will no longer have it. So I'm calling this to the previous candle, to this one here, right? The one that we already closed. And then we'll see whether or not this divergence tries to hold. All right, but again, I'm not super hopeful for the market right now. I'm not bearish, right? I'm not bearish, and I've stated that before. I'm just not bullish or super bullish. Now there is a tiny break here. There's a tiny break that I'm not sure if we want to consider. If we do consider it, then we have nothing, right? Low or low. We had bullish divergence, try to go for a rally, failed and drop, right? That's it. If we ignore that part of that break of the islands, right? That tiny 2-bar break, then we can say that there is some bullish divergence strongly developing, and we got the potential for a rally, right? We don't have it against the other side. We're just oversold at 28.38. I mean, it's not looking super good. Jason, what's up, dude? Will Bitcoin 35,000 be your first support? Hold at 37.3, I think. 37.4. That's what we're trying to hold right now. We could wick. We could wick that 37,300 and bounce, right, Dema? We could wick it and bounce. It is not. It would not be a weird thing to see, right? It is a support. I just don't think we don't close there though. If we close there, we lose any kind of divergence. ADA, I think it could drop a lot more, and we can check out ADA in a second. Jorge, thank you very much for being here again. That is it for Bitcoin again, right? I mean, not super hopeful. We've been talking about moving down for a while, right? We've been talking about breaking things down for a while. I even changed structures to try to preserve some kind of uptrend, and we're just keep on breaking things down. You know, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, and you know, whatever like a duck, then it's a duck, right? So you know, if it looks like it's going down, it just keeps on breaking things down, and we adjust things and it just keeps on moving down, then the market is telling us that it wants to move down. I mean, there's really not a lot we can do about it. Let's just prepare, right? Again, I'm just hopeful that on Sunday we undo the losses that we had, or the drop that we took. Again, 2,789. Really worried about breaking that area here, because I don't think 2,620 is going to hold a lot. I think we see 1,300, and we've seen that happen before, right? Here we've seen this 2,789 as a resistance, but here, as you can tell, we kind of blurred this area out. So 2,620, I don't think it's going to hold a lot. What I'm thinking is down here, we definitely come and bounce, right? Where we bounce here, down here before 2,300. It's not going to be pretty, right? So I'm not really hopeful for the market. Again, it's going to be May. We're not sure what May is going to have in store for us. Sold at 37.32. Again, bullish average is still there. Trying to see if it's going to trigger, man. It just sucks trying to see if things are going to trigger. That's what we have. We had bullish divergence, strat rally, dropped, Bitcoin drop, making us drop with it. Lower, more negative momentum, lower still even from here, right? I mean, there's really no bullish divergence that will save us on Ethereum. Sold at 33.38 for 1 hour. So low, coming in lower. Again, bullish divergence here, right? To some kind of cool extent. And I'm going to talk about this here in a second, why I'm calling this one, but not the one on Bitcoin so confident. Here we didn't create any of those positives, right? So we're coming down here. So bullish divergence, strong potential correction to the upside. And I said, I mean, guys, there's really no point in selling hopium or hope in general, because the hope here is non-existent right now. We had a nice market tete-a-tete, or you know, a head-to-head or heart-to-heart yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't remember when, but you know, I told you guys about, like, you know, looking and leveling your expectations, right? Market's not looking super hot. And I've talked about this. And we've discussed this plenty of times. And that's something I'm confident I've said plenty of times here on the stream. And I'm not bearish. I'm not super bullish. But we know that below 200 moving average. And ever since Bitcoin broke that 200 moving average on the daily, we know we're in the bearish territory. There's no denying it. We hit it a couple days ago. And we're rejected. And of course, we're going to go down on a rejection of such a strong moving average indicator, right? So we just got to wait. We just got to wait and see how things are going to keep on developing, right? We haven't looked at the monthly close for Bitcoin. I know it's going to be bearish engulfing. Let's go check it out. Monthly. So we close at the month at a support, right? Right, and slightly above that 3,700. Man, is that going to hold, right? Is that going to hold? The only thing I could say about this is that this will track to there. And this will track to here. And we have some hidden divergence here. And then from down here, right, we would also have some hidden divergence, right? That's like, I mean, we're hoping... That's it. That's like the actual word. We are hoping that this hidden divergence holds and gets us to rally. That's it. There's really no other way of saying it. It just sucks. All right. Bearish engulfing with a lot of strength in April. One of the bullishest months in, you know, the year where we rallied 20+%. This year we lost 17%. Right? 17 freaking percent, man. We're undoing the gains of the last 2 months. Right? I've talked about this looking like something else. We're going to go here, look at the monthly. Going to go into a log scale so we can look at things a little bit better. And I've even compared, and I'm going to get rid of the Bollinger Bands real quick. I even compared this move here, right, to what we're doing here. Right, look, we had that 2 months rally, and then we had that drop in July. Here, the April was bearish, right? But we didn't lose as much here, 1.31%. And April's had tended to be really good. Look at the April here. 45% to the upside, right? Look at the April over here. April 2015 was slightly red. April over here, it was 8% to the upside. Then we had April somewhere over here, April 17, 26% to the upside, right? But we're in an uptrend. Right now, we're facing indecision. Even if we zoom in, right, and we know we're in log scale, so things are kind of dialed down. All it looks like is just consolidation of this level. Right? We're doing a consolidation of this level. Right? Not a down-sloping consolidation like we had here. Not a down-sloping consolidation like what we had here. Right? But we are consolidating. We're consolidating this level. Right? Not the prettiest looking when we're on regular scale. And that doji candle on the very top of the last 4-hour candle cycles combined. Which one, dude? I'm not, like, send me a picture, Jason. Yeah. Again, shorting it's gonna be interesting, right? This last cycle, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which candle you're talking about. So send it to me on the Discord, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's go check out ADA because it was talk about ADA, but we haven't checked it, right? So let's get the Bollinger Bands back out, and ADA's still dropping 75 cents, right? So we know ADA below that 90-cent mark, 91 cent, 95-cent mark, whatever it is. Next area support is going to be at 40 cents. And look at where we're at. Like, we're below. We're trying to hold on to where we hit on this wick back here on February 24th. And then below, like, look at this. We're like really on this move. There's really not a lot to come and hold us, right? So we know this channel's not going to be, it's a quick drop to that 47 for that 40 cent, right? Just like it was a quick pop. We don't have a lot of things that we could look for. So maybe some support around 63, maybe some support around 53. But I would say the main one's at 40 cents, 47, right? And again, that includes Bitcoin tanking, right? If Bitcoin goes to 30K, we'll definitely see ADA go to 40 cents. So just watch out for that, right? Again, on the daily, we have the bullish divergence. It's just like a recap of Bitcoin. It just feels like I'm repeating myself when I do this, right? Because what I did for Bitcoin. I don't have anything against doing it a couple times, but you know, like look, dropping it here. This goes to here. Divergence, bullish, potential fraction to the upside. Right? We already did this dance. We already did this dance routine with the corn. So again, it's just like repeat and again, right? So we're gonna go to the 4 hour. Dropping less, slightly more. So just like Ethereum, nothing here. Oversold at 24.91. With that, we should be looking for this to come back to neutral. So again, looking for potential rally. And on the 1 hour chart, look at this. We don't have the divergence here that we had with Ethereum, right? Low coming lower, negative momentum, more negative momentum, and low and lower still. So nothing bullish in ADA. It's just gonna follow the rest. Just stepping down. Yeah, I know. I just like that's the market, right? I mean, there's no denying it. We've talked about it. You know, we've been really clear about where our expectations are for the market, and you know, looking for where things could go. Again, it's just gonna follow the market, but again, Bitcoin going 30K, definitely see ADA going 40, 37 cents. It would not be weird. It would not be weird at all if we see that. You know, ADA held beautifully in the past, but I think right now, if Bitcoin goes to that 30K, which it could, and it has done it already. Last time Bitcoin went there, ADA held. This time, if Bitcoin goes there, I don't think ADA is going to hold. I think it's just going to go down there with it. Right? Right. So up next, Solana, I guess. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you hit the like, the bell, and the sub, right? Okay? We come here every night. Chill. Talk crypto. We come here every night, except when we don't. All right, Solana. Where are we at? What's happening with Solana? Are we going to hold or are we going to drop? Well, we are dropping. We're very, very close to what we're using as the baseline here. 78.81. We're seeing 85.02, right? After hitting rejection of that 50% retrace, right? So again, very nice retrace happening. Starting to come back down. Not really hopeful about it, right? I'm not going to be super, you know, hopeful about it, but there is bullish divergence strong. And again, it's just like ADA had. It's just like Bitcoin had. It's just like Ethereum had, right? It's just bullish divergence strong that is failing to play out. That's it. Nothing on the RSI. Sold at 32.90. Let's go to that 4 hour. On the 4 hour, coming down lower with more negative momentum and lower on that RSI. Oversold at 22.11, but nothing here that was bearish, and also nothing that is bullish for now. Curto says, always love the show. Check in the morning at times. It's a bit late for me normally. I know it's late for people in Europe. It's like you're 7 hours ahead, so coming in lower, morning momentum lower. Still, again, really nothing here that is bullish, guys. I mean, look at this rejection of that 20 moving average. Hit it, reject it, rejection, like 1, 2, 3 rejections, 4 rejections, move down, right? We didn't even hold anything bullish. So again, not really hopeful in the market. There's really not a lot to look at here in Solana war. It's just downsloping. And any kind of channel we try to put like this, you know, we're probably breaking, right? So really, we just gotta wait for consolidation to happen. This has to consolidate. Otherwise, it's gonna be trash. We're like, you know, starting to consolidate to some extent, but not really getting the cleanest consolidation. 4 hour chart. Maybe here we can chart some larger downsloping channel from the high point. Maybe like this, something. I'm not sure. It doesn't make sense. Don't look good. I'm gonna try it again. Going from here to here, and then try to extend that to the upside. No, not looking super hot. Well, it kind of, you know, from the high point came down to a low point. Rejection of the midpoint. Rejection of the midpoint. Still a low point, but not looking super hot. So I'm not gonna consider that high point. Maybe like this. We could work with this. Yeah, kinda. Not looking the best, but again, you know, it illustrates the point that we're in a down-sloping channel. That's it. You're shorting Solana, you're wondering if it'll continue. Right now, you don't have anything bullish to, you know, pray and hope. Just on the daily. 4 hour and 1 hour could still look for moving down. I'm more interested in Dome that you talked about yesterday. Because Dome failed. Had the bullish divergence to get the pop, right? But it failed to get above that 236, like I told you, right? You asked me, I'm shorting it. What am I going to do? Look at the 1 hour chart. We went to the 15-minute. But look, we had the bearish divergence on the 4 hour, right? Moving down. Rejection of that area hardcore. We weren't able to hold it. Here I told you, if we do break and get above that area, look for closing it. But we didn't manage to close a candle above, right? Even this one at 9 p.m. after the stream. All we did was wick that area, but unable to, right? And then we got below the 20. Remember, I told you guys, if we get below the 20, we're looking for that movement down. And that is precisely what's happening, right? Look, got below the 20, moving down. Rejection of the 20, rejection of the 20. You know, I hope that your Dome short is playing good, because it's not looking too bad, right? Or I think this one was one you had a short on, I think. Or the one you asked me to check it out, but you know. Yeah. Hive, I haven't seen the hives. Hive, 10.26. I remember we looked at Hive. I think it didn't have Jack yesterday. Coming in lower, more negative momentum. Lower on the RSI, oversold at 28.01. Really not a lot here, man. I mean, we're definitely dropping a lot more than we should, and we're targeting that 1.618 and moving down to 6.33. That's about it, man. Really, and those are old fibs, so we could refib this to some extent and then see where we could go. I'm not really confident on this one. High to low, right? We're below that area now. So even if we go low to high here, right, and consider this nano move to be low to high, right? We are breaking down below that 100%, and we're looking for it to break that 5 cents. So it's not looking super bright for this project right now. Oh, is this the other Hive? All right, the other one. Thanks, man. All right, Hive. Here we go. The other Hive. Not this Hive, the other one. And May has 2 types of hives. We're trying to figure out which one is the one that he needs to check with the doctor. All right, so we had this triangle. We're breaking it down, right? We talked about this. We also talked about this triangle being larger. And look, we're breaking it down. Oh, no, the triangle that breaks. So on that move, man, right? That move leads us to where we can target lower prices. Right, something like that. And that pump breaking that to the downside, we're looking at 35 cents, 34 cents, right? 31 cents, actually. But again, we are now. We are now having bullish divergence strong, but we're still dropping like a sack of potatoes. Like a sack of potatoes. All right, we're trying to see if this holds. Sold at 33.81. Yeah, I got it, man. I got it. Yeah, it took me a little bit to catch up with the chat. Mr. Hives, I gotcha. Also, I'm gonna recommend an ointment for you, my friend, so you can get rid of your hives. I'm kidding, guys. Somebody doesn't have hives. Sold. Oversold at 24.91. Bullish divergence strong. Potential fraction to the upside. We're about to negate it. Now I think we're negating it now. 0.00945, right? 93, right? So almost there. 1 hour, we had the bullishness. Look at the bullishness play to the upside. Nice, quick. And we anchored it where we wanted to. Look at that, boom, right? So we anchored this to here, which is a negative momentum, right? Boom, there we go. Now we're dropping more with more negative momentum and lower still. Oversold at 17.10. This is just tanking, man. I'll be looking for a reaction rally. I would be looking for a reaction rally that could try to get us to where we could go higher, right? And you know, that's the only thing I could tell you to watch out for. It might be a short, quick burst, but what I would be looking for here, it's us trying to find some kind of base, take a quick pop, and then maybe drop again, right? Again, the market's not looking super strong. Seeing Hive dropping 3%, it just leads me to believe that Bitcoin is dropping also. And yeah, look, it's also dropping. So it's just permeating to the rest of the market. Ethereum's trying to hold. It's still positive, 0.27, 0.26, but it's not looking the hottest, right? Cheers, guys. Let's see what else. Right now, the market is prime for shorting stuff. Look, Bitcoin going for that move, right? Well, like we said, we could wick it. Someone asked if we could wick it. I'll say yes, but you know, we need to get rid of that because otherwise we're gonna lose whatever divergence we have. Particularly here in the 4-hour, right? Look at that. That move gets rid of the divergence, right? This low here, 127. This low here now, 133 negatives. Right here coming lower, so nothing bullish, right? Then we can still be looking at a free fall. Now, like I said, it's Saturday and Sunday. So Monday, if we do leave a gap on the CME, the only good thing is that we're leaving gaps to the upside. We get real good. Dun, 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 dun. We get real good, right? Anyways, look at Bitcoin Bitcoin futures, right? We left off at 38,555, right? Something in that we need to come back up to somewhere near that level. So we have to go to Fridays, right? To Friday's closing. So we need to come up here again, 38,500. Wicked. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just a waiting game, right? You have to find timing. Trading is as much about timing as it is about, you know, doing your research, finding those opportunities, and having a plan and managing risk, right? There's a lot of things people don't do. They don't manage risk. They don't manage expectations either. They trade without a plan. You won't believe how many people go into a position not knowing when they want to exit or what percentage points they're willing to walk away or how much of a hit they're willing to take before they, you know, they quit and close that position and do something else. And it is, you know, it's I've talked about this plenty of times. It's just, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's upsetting. It's not upsetting. It's just weird to see that people don't really get that, you know, it's not about gut feeling, right? You don't trade with gut feeling. You do look at technicals and you try to gauge where the market could go based on past experiences, and then we see where it goes, right? All right, so we've wicked and we're rejecting, right? So not looking super bad now. Back to slight positive. And again, we were within dollars of that area, right? 37,400 is what we said. We hit 37,412, right? Because we rounded it up. So we're like $20 off target on a $30,000 move. Yeah, and even in Vegas, I told you, man, you know, and I asked you, like, when are you willing to walk away? What is your target? You know, what's your, like, when we're in Vegas, I ask you those questions, and you know, it's things you have to like understand, that when you're trading, you have to understand why you're opening a position, right? In trading, you should have a book of sorts where you write down. Let me see if I have it here. I don't. I don't have it here in hand. But you should have a book or a notebook where you write down, you know, your trades. Not just, you know, I know you can print them out. That's fine. But you need to write down the trades. Now I'm gonna close this laptop back. You have to write down the trades. Reason for writing down the trades, you want to write, you know, when, if it was profitable, you know, whether or not it went according to your plan, right? Because you need to, you know, if you leave it to your mind, you're gonna forget about it. And all you're going to do is reinforce negative behaviors. You kind of want to write down what you're trading, what your entry level is. Write down your plan, right? Like when you're willing to walk away, how much of a hit you're willing to take, what percentage you're looking to the upside, you know, how you're going to be descaling out of that position, how you're going to be buying into that position, right? How you're going to scale into the position, how you're going to be buying into that position slowly instead of going all in. Why is that important? Why is scaling into positions important? Because let's say you wanted to buy at this level, right? And then, you know, you go 100% here, and then the market goes boom, right? And you lose 5%, and then you walk away with a 5% hit, right? That kind of sucks. But let's say you didn't buy 100% here. You just bought like maybe 25% of your position here, so a quarter, right? And then the market goes up a bit. Then you buy another quarter, right? And then the market goes up a bit. Then you buy another quarter, right? Then the market goes up a bit. You buy another quarter, right? Then when the market starts to move down, you can close your positions and try to, you know, preserve wealth instead of just, you know, taking a hit. Because it could be that the market doesn't rally to where your primary target is. Because let's say you want to take profits here, all of a sudden it just starts to look like the third emoji here, right? And then we'll put some eyes here, you know, so you guys can see that third emoji happening here, and then, you know, the base and the lines going like that. You know, the third emoji, your trade starts to look like crap. So you can always step out and you're not losing 100% of your position, because here you didn't go maybe to 100%. You may be winning 50%, 75%. You can always take profit at some point in time. And also, if your trade doesn't go good and it just drops here, you can always add another 25% of that drop in case it does pump, right? Or you can add 10% and then add 10% here and then add 10% here. And if it gets to your stop loss, you're losing a fraction, right? You're not losing 5% of your 100%. You're losing 5% of whatever 10% you put in here and whatever you added here on an average down, right? So scaling in, scaling out of positions is just interesting. You guys should, you know, consider it. You know, you should also, like, you know, if you're taking profits, write down what your emotions are. If you're taking a loss, write down what your emotions are, because as much as you believe you're in control of your emotions when you're trading, sometimes your emotions do take over, right? And you want to understand why things were happening, how you felt. Were you anxious? Did you close a trade because you were anxious, right? Let's say, you know, I know here's close to where I'm willing to kind of step away, but I know it's Sunday, so I'm expecting the market to come up here. Now, if it drops below this level on Sunday, I'm probably going to start to get anxious because I know I should close a position that I'm not closing, because I'm thinking that on Monday we might move back up to close whatever gap we leave. So I know I'm going to start to get anxious, and if I am to close and then we did that move up, right, and then, you know, we sustain this level, then I close a position that I shouldn't have because I got anxious. So, you know, you got to understand what your emotions are when you're trading as well, right, and keep track of those, right? That is very, very important. You gotta understand your emotions. These days with crypto, you prefer buy strength and sell weakness. Yeah, look, we're going for that small rep movement. Yay. Alright, someone asked about the support. Who was it? This was the beginning of the stream. Dayma, there you go. Hitting support, right? Ham and cheese, bro. You seeing the Gwei on ETH right now? No. How much is the Gwei? Is it like stupid expensive right now? I'm not sure. Are people like panicking? Is that why Ethereum's not dropping because people don't want to sell it because it's super expensive? Or did it drop and it's like super cheap and let's all go buy some Gwei? What? Really? Wow. Yeah. That kind of sucks. I'm kind of glad that I have a good portion. That I moved a couple of my things to Trade House. I don't have to deal with Gwei right now, and whatever the Gwei price is. Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's just, you know, a chilled era. We're chilling, looking at market. That's it. Talking real points, because, you know, the market sucks. We know that. It's gonna get worse, probably. You know, not expecting a miracle. Just looking at everything that we're doing, right? Looking at everything, how it's going. It's not looking pretty. It's not looking pretty. I need to look at something here. Where do I have this thing? Where do I place it? I think I might have misplaced this here. Yeah, totally misplaced this thing. Let's see if this will remember me without having to log back in. Oh, no, it wants me to log back in. Please have my charts. Here we go. All right. Alrighty, so stuff we haven't looked at, right? Oh, my indicators are gone. Why? That is not good. I lost all my indicators. Why? Why the hell did it remove all of my indicators? All right, 1 second, guys. I gotta do this real quick. SMA, EMA. Ah, that's because it's no longer here, huh? You removed that indicator. That's why it's no longer there. All right. All right, here we go. We're gonna try to get this one here. And the thing is, this is gonna be out of whack, so I need to go in and fix it real quick. By the way, you're not seeing what I'm seeing, but I'll bring it in here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm trying to. I used to have these EMA and SMAs. All I want to know right now. We're gonna put this in like, you know, kind of like a stoplight color, and I'm gonna adjust them in a second. It's gonna be green, and we're gonna make them thicker. We want thicker lines for this because it's gonna make it easier to see on your screens. So we're gonna know these are thicker, and we're just gonna make sure that we're inputting what we needed. So we want the 20, the 50, 100, and the 200 is already there, and we'll do the same here. 20, 50, hundo. Right. So here I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go with we'll do the same. We'll just do them not as thick of lines, I guess. It just makes it easier to remember that, you know, or 200 is green, and then everything else. You know, we're going from red to green. So red is the lowest, green is the largest one. And here we'll go with dotted lines for this one's right. Can we get dotted lines? No, lines with breaks. We get them here. Nope. All right, thickness. We're gonna go with a little bit less thickness. We're gonna go with a little bit less thickness, but we're gonna change the lines here so we can see, you know, so they look different because they're gonna start to blur. So we're gonna go lines with breaks. Oh, they're not coming with the breaks. All right. At least I'm not seeing the breaks, so we're gonna see it here. No breaks. All right, cool. All right, lines. Why is it not letting me change them to dotted lines? All right, that's fine. We know the thicker ones are the ones that are for the exponential. All right, we're in the daily for the corn on Gemini, and this doesn't have an extra one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a line way down there. All right. If we look at this, right, we're getting a lot of crosses that we don't want to get, right? Let's get rid of this. We don't need this here. You know, a lot of crosses that we don't want to get. So, right, first one here. Crossing of the green over the no, sorry. Why am I freaking colorblind, man? This sucks. Am I in luck skill? No, I'm not in luck skill. This is really weird. I'm gonna have to like recheck these indicators. I just brought them up, so 2050. Oh, here you go. That's why that one was weird. I was like, there's a line way down there that makes no sense because that's at 250. Right. So here we go. Now it makes more sense. Now I can look at the chart. You know, this is really not looking super hot. So we're gonna have to change this one. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here. Okay. But we're starting to get a lot of crosses, right? Or faster time frames. Oh shit. Going over, or slower time frames, right? So that's not good because we know that when the faster ones get over the slower ones, we're getting dead crosses, right? And that comes from the market moving down. So you get a lot of that crosses happening. Look, we had one here, we had one here, then we start moving down, right? This one here is that red going under the orange, right? So the red going under the orange. So that 20 going under the 50, right? So we have 20, 50, hundo, 200. Right, and we're all like everything has crossed already, right? So we need to start getting this to cross the opposite now, right? For us to start getting those golden crosses and start to look for some action to the upside. So that's what I wanted to show right now, that we're getting those movements down, a lot of crossings, a lot of things are bearish, right? A lot of things are not good for the market. Yeah. How many people got faked by this minute drop? Yeah. Interesting, right? Again, support bouncing, good stuff. Like I said, you know, undoing losses, looking for that bounce. We can say it's a reaction rally, right? I talked about this in the stream. I can't remember what asset we were looking at. I think it might have been Hive. But I said look for that reaction rally. Not quite a reaction rally that we're expecting, but trying to recover nonetheless, right? So at least positive. Ada's probably doing something similar. Yeah, see? Everyone's following the corn. Everyone likes the Bitcoin. Part of everyone's daily breakfast. Bitcoin. Popping corn since, 2009. Only hold the position till tomorrow, 9:30. Yeah. Time frames on daily matter. Did say, yeah. I agree. Well, dude, everything that I'm seeing, at least the major ones, look, Ethereum's almost 1.65% up, right? But Ethereum was also holding a little bit better, right? Look, Ethereum recovering almost that whole candle, right? ADA, similar, right? Recovering almost that whole candle as well. That's ADA to Ethereum, sorry. Where's my ADA chart? Here we go. ADA already recovered this candle, right? So some of the larger ones are getting it. Just some of probably the minor ones are the ones that are sucking at it. Look, Atom, 2.75%, also recovering this candle and then some, right? Try to go right above that 20. Atom in a nasty downhill. There is resistance lines that we can draw here, right? There's a resistance line that goes here that we need to break. It hits 1, 2, 3, 4 places, right? And then the secondary one this is one I think we're breaking right now. It's this one here. 1, 2, 3, and right now we're trying to break that, right? So if we break this, we go short-term bullish, gets us above the 20, gets us to this target. If we break that, we keep on going bullish. It is a weekend. Volume is trash. Like, I wouldn't be putting a lot of hopes in the moves. Did I get rid of volume? I think I got rid of volume. Let's bring it back in. Look at the volume. It's trash. Even though we dropped almost the same amount that we dropped on Friday, look at how much volume was traded. It was jack. It was half of what we traded on Friday. Right, and you start to see this on the weekends. Look, that means institutions are taking control. Right, look, Monday through Friday. Right, that's 5 days. Right, look, Monday through Friday. Right, Monday through Friday, 5 days. Right, look, we can just keep on doing this exercise. Monday through Friday. Right, 5 days. Look at these candles. What do they all have in common? What happens afterwards? Right, well, I'm gonna assume in here. What happens afterwards? Right, look at this. 5 days trading, weekend is shit. 5 days tradings, weekend is crap. 5 days tradings, weekend is crap, right? Look at this weekend before, crap volume, some nice trading, and then here volume was kind of interesting. We were trying to get into this pattern, and that's what I've been talking about, guys, right? That, you know, the weekend tends to, just be trash. We're not getting the most exciting volume traded lately, and it's just starting to become a sort of a pattern, that the weekend is just, bland. You get moves, but it's just not accompanied with volume, so they're like, we're not really gonna know whether or not those moves are gonna be valid until Monday when volume comes back in. So Perm Forces, late dinner, I'm out. All right, thanks, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, I'm going to be calling it a stream here shortly also. 3 more minutes. Right? It's just interesting. I mean, the market is not really there. We're getting moves. It's good, but we're not really seeing a strong market. We're not seeing the strongest market. It's not really worried about it. It just kind of sucks because we're here. I'm here. We're here on the streams. And during bear market, no one wants to show up, for the lessons, for the classes. Everyone wants to show up when the market is pumping, and they want to know why the market is pumping. But that's too late. You weren't here when the market was getting ready to pump, right? So I think it's, I think it's human nature to some extent. People are risk averse, and they don't want to deal with, emotional crypto stuff on the day-to-day when they can just wait and then just come in when it's pumping and then try to get all hyped. Oh my god, it's pumping. It's a pumping. Did you guys see? You getting to that position? Yeah, and then everyone's gonna be in. But it's fun being here. I like being here. I think it's an awesome experience to be here and share with you guys and talk with you guys. That's pretty freaking cool. Anywho, guys, I'm gonna start signing off. Thank you all for being here again. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button, the sub, right? You learn more last couple of months than during the bull. Yeah. That's part of trading, right? You learn, like, anyone's strategy. You have to have strategies tested, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. You have to have your strategies tested, because during a bull market, almost any strategy you come up with is gonna play. The thing is that strategy gonna play you good during a bear market? Right? Just like during a bear market, if you have a good shorting strategy, it might not play during a bull market. It might not perform. So you have to have strategies for each kind of market. And then once you know your strategy is not playing, maybe that is that the market is not where you're thinking it is. And then maybe you should switch your strategy. So you should have a bull market strategy. You should have a bear market strategy. You should have a stagnant market strategy, right? Where the market's not really moving a lot. You're getting short moves. You can use probably leverage to try to gain more in that position, but that's about it. Guys, again, remember, all the information that we provide here is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please don't trade based on what you see here. We are just discussing ideas. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. On that note, thank you for watching. I'll catch you again tomorrow for another edition of So Crypto. Until then.